Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for November 15th, read by Charlie L. from St. Paul, Minnesota. AA thoughts for the day. Pain. Though I still find it difficult to accept today's pain and anxiety with any great degree of serenity, as those more advanced in the spiritual life seem able to do, I can give thanks for present pain nevertheless. I find the willingness to do this by contemplating the lessons learned from past suffering, lessons which have led to the blessings I now enjoy. I can remember how the agonies of alcoholism, the pain of rebellion, and thwarted pride have often led me to God's grace, and so to a new freedom. Bill W. Grapevine, March 1962. Thought to consider. Joy isn't the absence of pain. It's the presence of God. Acronyms. Failure. Fearful, arrogant, insecure, lonely, uncertain, resentful, empty. Just for today. Wrong. From When AA Came of Age. After a long interval, we heard from the promoter. He wrote, "You told us that outside enterprises can be fine and very helpful, but you also said that they could not be mixed with AA. I figured they could be, and should be. Well, you folks at headquarters were right, and I was wrong." With this letter, the promoter sent us a card, which he had already mailed to every group in the United States. It was folded like a golf scorecard, and on the outside was printed, Group so-and-so, Place so-and-so, Rule number 62. When the card was unfolded, a single, pungent sentence met the eye. Don't take yourself too damned seriously. Alcoholics Anonymous Comes of Age, page 104. Daily Reflections. Vital sustenance. Those of us who have come to make regular use of prayer would no more do without it than if we would refuse air, food, or sunshine, and for the same reason. When we refuse air, light, or food, the body suffers. And when we turn away from meditation and prayer, we likewise deprive our minds, our emotions, and our intuitions of vitally needed support. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 97. Step 11 doesn't have to overwhelm me. Conscious contact with God can be as simple and as profound as conscious contact with another human being. I can smile. I can listen. I can forgive. Every encounter with another is an opportunity for prayer, for acknowledging God's presence within me. Today, I can bring myself a little closer to my higher power. The more I choose to seek the beauty of God's work in other people, the more certain of His presence I will become. As Bill sees it. Two authorities. Many people wonder how AA can function under a seeming anarchy. Other societies have to have law and force and sanction and punishment administered by authorized people. Happily for us, we found that we need no human authority whatever. We have two authorities which are far more effective. One is benign, the other malign. There is God our Father, who very simply says, "I am waiting for you to do my will." The other authority is named John Barleycorn, and he says, "You had better do God's will, or I will kill you." The AA traditions are neither rules, regulations, nor laws. We obey them willingly because we ought to and because we want to. Perhaps the secret of their power lies in the fact that these life-giving communications spring out of living experience and are rooted in love. AA Comes of Age, page 105. Big Book quote. We never apologize to anyone for depending upon our Creator. We can laugh at those who think spirituality the way of weakness. Paradoxically, it is the way of strength. The verdict of the ages is that faith means courage. All men of faith have courage. They trust their God. We never apologize for God. Instead, we let Him demonstrate through us what He can do. We ask Him to remove our fear and direct our attention to what He would have us be. At once, we commence to outgrow fear. Alcoholics Anonymous, 4th edition, How It Works, page 68. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. I am less sensitive and my feelings are less easily hurt. I no longer take myself so seriously. It didn't used to take much to insult me, to feel that I had been slighted or left on the outside. What happens to me now is not so important. One cause of our drinking was that we couldn't take it, so we escaped the unpleasant situation. We have learned to take it on the chin if necessary and smile. When I am all wrapped up in AA, I do not notice the personal slights so much. They do not seem to matter so much. I have learned to laugh at self-pity because it's so childish. Am I less sensitive? Meditation for the day. God's miracle-working power is as manifest today as it was in the past. It still works miracles of change in lives and miracles of healing in twisted minds. When a person trusts wholly in God and leaves to Him the choosing of the day and hour, there is God's miracle-working power becoming manifest in that person's life. So we can trust in God and have boundless faith in His power to make us whole again, whenever He chooses. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may feel sure there is nothing that God cannot accomplish in changing my life. I pray that I may have faith in His miracle-working power. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. I'm Charlie L., and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.